Obviously, you're not a golfer.
You want a tow? I can get you a tow. Believe me, there are ways, dude. You don't want to know about it, believe me.
Yeah, but Walter...
Hell, I can get you a tow by 3 o'clock this afternoon with nail polish.
That rock really tied the room together, did it not?
Yes, it did. It tied it together like a nice tattoo. We were talking about tattoos,
Yeah.
tattoo fever.
The plane.
But yep, the plane.
The plane.
Poor guy.
Did he have tattoos? Is that what they call
I
it?
heard he had.
Or was he little like a tattoo?
I heard he had a rooster on his leg,
Yeah.
and he would tell people, "I got a 10-inch cock." And then it was just a tattoo, and then I think he also had a $100 bill tattooed on his penis. So then he would say, "Hey, baby, you want to blow $100?" Tattoo jokes.
What was his real name?
Oh shit! What is his real name? Gilbert used to make fun of him all the time. I can't think of his name because he was a real jerk, I guess, outside of filming.
Why would you not be?
Real pervo.
Yeah.
God, who? I just about had it. Something Chavez or something like that.
Cesar.
Yeah, Cesar Chavez. That's his name.
I've heard of that.
I've heard of that guy. But apparently he was really jealous about anybody that was like
Over 3 feet.
he was really jealous of if like he liked a lady or if a lady was on a set and then some dude came in and started hitting on her, he would get really upset and he would talk and Gilbert would do like Gilbert had heard the tapes. There was like tapes of him where he's saying like they get we're on radio. Hey, WGBS. What could I throw in there? Let's call it hussy. Why they get all the hussy? They get all the hussy, and I'm here left jerking my. What's so special about them? Why they get the hussy? And he would just say it over and over. Why he didn't get any. And why his co-stars were always having sex with his other co-stars. Okay, well, tattoo. There's people out there for you, I promise. They're just not on that set.
Yeah.
Hey, this is, what's the name of this show? This podcast does something together. Come together like the Beatles. Yeah. Two nuns were riding bikes down a cobblestone street. And the one nun says, I've never come this way before. And the other nun says, it's the cobblestones. Joe Bob joke. This is this podcast, Straight Ties to Ruby. I'm Joseph Eastwood, America's foremost cowboy. Yeah, America's foremost cowboy. Can't wear a Yankee hat. I've been playing a lot out there, playing a whole lot. So sorry that we've missed a few shows. I've been busy. Koppel's been busy. We were just talking about, this is Jamie Koppel. We talk about movies. We talk about whatever, really. Whatever.
We rarely talk about movies.
Yeah, but he's got tattoo fever. Got himself a suite. What an original idea. Sugar Skull, Cardinals hat. All St. Louis fans there. Also, you've been working out. You got some definition in your
No, I've just been losing weight, I guess.
Oh, okay.
The muscle's been there.
The muscle's there. Yeah.
Been jacked my whole life underneath all that fat.
But we've been talking about summertime, so tattoo. You can take a break from tattoos for a while in summertime. And
I don't want to take a
How
break.
it kind of sucks. You're like, well, when fall comes, you'll have to make underneath July's Junior Ranger diploma there is our list of tattoos, where everybody in the family just literally has a list of like, I want this, and we just kind of check them off as we go. And Ryan, my tattoo guy, pretty much knows all of them, so he'll be like, what are you going to do this time? You want to do that one? You want to do this one? You want to do whatever? So, yeah.
The one I've been working on, I think I've just ruined it now.
Oh, no, you put
Yeah.
too much.
Yeah,
Too much into it. Well, what's great, though, is if you just, if you tell, like Tyler did a great job on yours.
Yeah.
Of combining the ideas. I think if you tell one of those guys, or Tyler, like, here's my idea, he'll come up with something cool.
ChatGTP, though, I'm pretty impressed with that. Or GPT, whatever the heck it is. GTP.
It's, my buddy Kyle. Oh, he's not here.
No, he's not.
He's a tech savvy dude. And he's basically switched out everything so ChatGPT runs his stuff now.
Yeah.
As opposed to, when I say runs, you know how Google, like, if you're on Google, like, Google kind of runs your phone.
Right.
Runs your, it's that, but it's ChatGPT. And he's basically saying, like, which Google is a pile of crap now. like it's all AI. You know, the AI thing comes up. It's rarely right.
Right.
It's almost always like, what? That's not quite.
Which is why I let it run my life, because I was butchering my life anyway. So, can it do any worse?
But if you were to if you were to search the same thing on ChatGPT, you would have a like bullet point. Like this is much more. It's a much more efficient system. And I used to mess around on it a lot. I would mess around on it for story beats and stuff, just to see what it would spit out, just to see like what it might think of. I wanted to see like what the obvious thing was, and then kind of go against it. But yeah, for that kind of stuff, it's really cool.
Yeah,
throw some things in there. Yeah, Buddha, pretty cool. I like it. Anyway, what do we watch today?
Cop.
Oh, we were doing Cop first.
Yeah,
That's right.
88, right?
Keep forgetting. Yes, 88. It's Cop, starring everybody's favorite Hollywood good boy, James Woods. Damn, it's a shame about James Woods, you know?
Yeah.
Republicans are ruined so much. But James Woods might be the worst. No, he's always been the same guy. But man, he's highly watchable.
Yeah.
On a movie. Like you can't, it's hard for me to separate him from his really homophobic and transphobic tweets that he likes to throw out there these days.
It kind of blends him right in. I mean, he seamless into the cop role.
I was going to say, he is, I love the movie Videodrome. We should do it on here someday. It's a Cronenberg movie. It's one of my favorite movies. It's James Woods in it. He plays, I guess because he is a sleazebag, he plays a sleazebag so perfectly. It's kind of like there's a great commentary on Seven, where Fincher says several times, unironically, there's just something inherently evil about Kevin Spacey.
Right, yeah.
Like, you might have been onto something there. It's kind of James Woods. There's something inherently sleazy about him. Like, you know that his opinions are probably not going to be good. But yeah, Cop.
Yeah, I don't think so in the roles like that, which Woods does a lot, I think.
Yeah. Seeks them out. Or maybe directors seek him out.
I don't think he's necessarily acting. I just think he reads the script and he's like, yeah, this makes sense.
I can do that. Yeah.
Yeah.
You might be right. He could be that guy. After this movie was over, Amazon was like, hey, let's start a new movie for you. And it was called Bestseller. And it was Brian Dennehy and James Woods. And he's like basically the same guy, but a hitman.
There you go.
It's like, oh, is this Cop after he didn't go to jail because he's white? Yeah, so Cop. I didn't take any notes on this. It's my new thing. I'm going to try not to take notes.
Well, I didn't take any notes either, so this might crash and burn.
It really might.
We might be going to the next movie real quick.
Who's his buddy? Uncle Dutch.
Yeah.
What's the actor there? I cannot think of his name. A couple nice ladies in this movie. It's a really ordinary movie.
Yeah.
I don't know what I expected from it. It's like,
There's not a lot of bad acting like we're used to.
No, the plot is fairly straightforward and solid, I guess.
Yeah.
Like it's almost like a slasher. It's like an elevated slasher.
Yeah.
Is what it's like, except you don't necessarily see all the slashing.
Right.
I think you get little pieces of it.
It's like a slasher movie that's on regular TV, kind of, but they didn't really butcher it with the editing.
Really dirty. Lots of just profanity, which I was impressed with. Seems to me like, I know there was movies with profanity in them, but it doesn't seem to me like until 90s where it was just like, screw
Smooth. Yeah. And,
You know what I mean?
And just like, and
it. Just everywhere.
yeah.
Like any movie rated R was like, oh, it's gonna be loaded with profanity now.
Right.
Where there was a big time where R-rated movies were more about what they showed and the content of the movie more than anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then one day there was like, I really, 90s was all the indie films that were just full of curse words based off the 70s films that were full of curse words. And at that point, they were like, the gates have been broke down. We can't put it back in the bag anymore. Everybody's going to be cursing. Not really the case anymore, though. Not necessarily.
Yeah.
Seems to be the case in music, I've noticed.
Yeah.
Number one songs will just be like and they're not impactful. It's not like they're using a curse word to be impactful.
Yeah.
It's just like they're talking, and they say, "Well, I must be no blank and good," or whatever. Like, that's a lyric. That's fine. It has to be from rap, right?
I mean,
No, what I mean is like rap has, and when I say invaded, I love rap, so don't take that wrong. It has invaded.
you like Vanilla Ice.
Yeah, well, he's the best. He's got a problem. He'll
And,
solve it.
and Informer.
Well, he's the second best. Not forget
Eminem's
I was
a
gonna say,
distant
let's
third.
Not forget about Eminem. I forgot what I was talking about now.
Cussing.
Oh yeah, just cussing. But rap is taken over. Rap has invaded everything to the point where any song now can just have a curse word in it.
Yeah.
Which I'm fine with. Whatever, adult, child, they're words, folks, and there's certain words you shouldn't use because they're really hurtful to other people. But as far as the curse words go, if you're sensitive about that, just eat shit. I don't care.
Right, yeah.
Don't listen to it.
Yeah,
If
that's
it's that
the-
problematic for you. There's plenty of old songs that don't have that, so just stick to your old crap. That's
Stick to Boston.
fine with that. A lot of the new songs we recorded. One of the reasons we couldn't do the show last week or week before was I was recording songs with the band, and just about every song either has a curse word in it or like lots of references to things that
Or questionable.
are questionable and or would be from the world of like hip hop, which is weird. I don't usually write that way at all, but it's more political than I would normally write in subtle ways. There's a lot, there's ACAB references and talking about Ferguson, Missouri, and and obvious administrations. But
Do they have an emos there, Ferguson?
I bet they do. You emos fan?
I'm a fan of the emo style. I used to
On occasion, anyway.
when emos was in Carbondale, I would eat it almost as
I
much as
forgot
Quattro.
about emos in Carbondale.
Yeah, and then they took it
Forgot
away.
That was a thing. They took it away,
And
it was because of you. They were like, "We're taking this away from
yeah,
you."
I was punished.
It was a punishment. They took it away. What a funny way!
I think
what a funny way to say a restaurant closed. They took it away.
I think me and Shark were like the only two people that ate it. Everybody else went to Quattro's Italian Village, and then me and Shark were like emos.
I'll have to ask Shark about
Yeah.
that. That's really funny. No,
Billy G's. There's several of them over in St. Louis.
I've heard you talk about Billy G, which
And
is
they have
a
an-
friend we know, not related in any way to the chef.
No. They have an elevated. Their pizza is like elevated emos,
Okay,
and it is terrific.
I could try that out.
Yeah.
Emos is one of those things that like every couple years I can be like, I'll try one, and it's also like kind of like candy corn, where the first one
Sure.
I'm like, yeah, hell yeah, this is good, and then by the second or third I'm like, nah,
Yeah.
I understand why I don't eat this all the time.
The key is the cheese. If the cheese doesn't stick to the roof of your mouth and like behind your teeth, then it's not good.
It's not good.
Yeah.
If it doesn't slightly burn
Yeah.
your mouth.
It's the provolone.
Provel, yes.
Yeah,
It is
Provel.
Provel. We Comedy Bang Bang comes to St. Louis usually every summer. I don't think they're coming this summer. I'm really bummed. But the last time they were like starving, and they were talking about being hungry on stage, and they're like, "Where can we order? It'd be funny. Let's order some food." And of course, the crowd was like, "Emos!" And they're like, "What?" And one guy who's pretty well traveled on there, Carl Tart, was like, "Emos." Oh God, no! Anything but that. And they're like, "What?" He's like, "Do you want cardboard with weird cheese on it?" He's like, and they ended up ordering it, and then the delivery guy came out. Actually, something hilarious happened. One of the actors came out and tried to be cool and come out like not cool, just tried to be funny and come out like on a skateboard or something with the pieces, and he wiped out. Skateboard went up, he landed on his back like the entire. It was really funny. But anyway, they got the emos out there, and then Paul F. Tompkins is one of my favorites. He literally was like, "Get the blanket pizza off the stage. It's all I can think about now. Why would you bring delicious smelling food? I'm trying to do an act, and you're like, here's delicious smelling pizza right under my nose, and I'm not supposed to eat it."
Right.
It's like, get it out of here. They literally had to take it off stage. It's like I would have been the same way. As soon as I smell the pizza, I would just be like,
Give me 3 pieces and get it out of here.
yes.
Hey, give me 2 pieces of toasted ravioli.
It's I played in Carbondale the other night, and so of course I was in Carbondale.
Oh, Chase.
I brought home some Quattros for my wife and my wife and I, and like the whole ride home, I'm like, God damn, a piece of that.
Yeah.
It's an hour drive to get home. It's gonna be cold by the time I get there. We're gonna have to heat it up.
Yeah.
I want that
That's
fresh
what the oven's
Quattro.
good for.
You ever have fresh Quattros right in your face?
I think Quattros might be better the day after warmed up in the oven.
You know what? It is one of the pizzas. It and Casey's. The next day, warmed up, it crisps up the bottom just a hair and kind of like solidifies the top. And it actually is better.
Yeah.
Got to bring some ranch home though.
Yeah.
Didn't get ranch the other night. I'll be sleeping on the couch for that one.
If I was your wife, I'd have made you go back.
They're closed, honey. I don't care.
You're going to wait. How dare you bring home Quattro's pizza with no Quattro's ranch?
Not from the area. Order yourself some Quattros. Have it come pick it up.
Yeah, they do that in a lot of restaurants. I'd say that pack it in dry ice.
Pack it in dry ice,
Ship it.
send it.
Yeah, I'd say Quattro's. You could probably get that done.
Just don't
It
buy
only
the
cost you
rest.
about $95 for a pizza, but
Probably. It's worth it though.
oh yeah, it is.
If you're not from around here.
Even if you are. I love me some Quattros. Thing.
It is good.
I love
There's
Pat.
some
I
in
lo-
there. We've literally eaten a piece a day since I got it. I was like, it's gonna last us 4 days.
I love Pags. Like Pags was my second favorite, but it's always like, why would I go there if I could just go to Quattros?
It's true. It's like when you go to the Thai restaurant. There's other wonderful things on the menu,
Right.
But you're like, why would I not get the red curry?
Yeah.
It's the best thing on the menu. I will regret it if I don't get it.
Right.
I'll get the pad Thai and be like, that's good.
That's pretty good.
I should have
Not as good as my other
should
one.
have got the curry. Can I get some curry to take home?
Yeah.
Bill,
Cop.
please.
Cop.
Cop, 1988, James Woods.
How did we get on pizza? Tattoo, was it?
Tattoos, probably. Lost Love in Marion has a great young tattoo artist working for him. Really original, fun stuff. Encore released their Flash of the Month today. I was almost wrote on there, "Damn you." It's like, of course I'm done. Actually, I've talked to Ryan, and he's like, I'll put shit aside for you if you want them. You don't have to get them that month. It's fine. All right, Cop, James Woods. He's a detective. There's a weird theme throughout this movie and it starts right in the beginning. That he has this weird issue with women, right?
Yeah.
All kind of
He's a
issues with women.
dirtbag, dude.
He's a dirtbag. He's convinced that innocence must be beaten out of young girls because the world is a dangerous place and there's no place there for innocent women. I see it every day.
The similarity between him and the killer.
You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
not that far
No.
far removed,
Yeah.
really though.
He
because
beats it out of him with sex, and the other one kills him, drains her blood or whatever. But I mean, it's the same thing. They're both obsessed with innocence and
Yeah, because his whole thing is
killing innocence, basically.
So James Woods, he meets this chick there's a killer. He wants the job, and of course his boss. Who's his boss? Who is that guy? Why do we know that guy? Is it Fraser's dad?
Yeah, maybe.
He's I guess I could look it up. Kyle. No, he's super familiar. Like I was like, I know this guy, but I'm not doing my homework like I should be. Nonetheless, the boss is like, you can't take this case. You're reckless. It's all that.
Was he in a Top Gun movie too? Was he like one of the upper brass?
That could
It
be.
just had a bit role.
Yeah, I could totally see that. He's so like we know him from something that's just like we've seen him all the time, but I can't quite place who he is because he's so young in this movie. No, he couldn't be Fraser's dad. That was in the 90s, and he was an old man, so there's no way he could have went from
Makeup, man.
looking the way he did to being a gray-haired old man 4 years later.
I don't know. Hollywood's rough, dude.
That's true.
Life's rough.
He could have missed. Yeah, could have had a couple bad years there. Anyway, he meets this feminist, owns a feminist bookstore. He has a daughter and a wife who leave pretty quickly. Well, we see his daughter and wife one time,
Yeah.
and then he goes back home the next
Yeah, she
day,
leaves him.
and they're gone.
Rightfully so.
Yeah, because he's just like, he comes home and starts telling his daughter about like the homicide cases he solved, and she's excited and like, oh, I remember this
Yeah,
one.
she's.
Daddy."
Oh, what the?
All right. Got new music. I should put some of the new music on there.
There you go.
Um,
So his daughter's what? 10? 8, 10?
I see 8 or 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, and she's talking about homicide cases with her, and he's like, "That's right, Daddy realized that the killer also used black gloves or whatever the stupid thing he had." Apparently, based on a book. The book's pretty good. I can't think of the name of the book right now. Boy, I'm a wealth of information.
You're essentially, there's 2 me's today.
Nonetheless, there's a killer killing people. They're from the same high school, and people that are being killed are also from the same high school.
Yeah. Birdman was the leader of the rival gang of the in Greece. Not the T-Birds, but the other.
That's right.
Yeah.
I knew he looked familiar.
It was Scarface guy.
There's almost too many characters in this movie. There's a lot of cops coming in and out where you're like, oh, wait, is that the guy from the yearbook now grown up? Like, I'm confused. James Woods basically just rolls through this movie yelling at people, slapping people around,
Yeah.
getting information from them,
Having sex with women.
having sex with women,
Other than his wife.
other than his wife. At one point, he even gets busted. This is my favorite, might be my favorite scene. When the guy has pictures of him.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like, damn it, the killer was in the house. All he cares about was like, the killer was in the house. He took these pictures of me.
I thought it was odd, that scene. When he was in there, and you just see like a door close at the end. You're like, well, how does that?
Yes, it was weird because like, what was that? Like, what happened there? He took pictures of him. We figured it out, and the chief and his buddy. He has a guy named Dutch who's like his mentor cop, Uncle Dutch. He keeps calling himself, and he's like, "What do you do? What were you doing in there?" And Woods says, "What's he say?" You could tell what I'm doing in there.
Yeah.
Look at the picture or something. And we see the picture, and it's him having sex with the lady. He's got her up on the kitchen counter.
Yeah.
And then he leaves. Everybody's mad. And then Dutch goes. He looks at the picture one more time, looks at the boss, and he goes, "That's shocking." It's like, why did they keep that scene?
Yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was great.
It made me laugh so hard. Oh, well, yeah, I'm glad.
I think it was supposed to be funny.
I'm glad they kept it. It made me laugh.
I think Dutch was like trying to play it off like.
I'm shocked by this too.
Yeah,
like,
but absolutely, what you expect him to do? This is him, you know.
Yeah, that's what he does. Like it comes out pretty quickly that when he brings a date to Dutch's wife's or Dutch's house,
Yeah,
they're having
when
a cop
it's supposed to be-
family cop party, and he shows up with a woman they've never seen before
Right.
instead of his wife.
And then just strolls her through the middle of the party, like arm around her lower back.
yes, he asks her if she wants to go get a drink somewhere. Cut to at a cop party with her.
Right.
She doesn't seem upset.
You want to go
at
get
all.
some coffee? Sure.
If a woman asked me, well, I'd tell her no because I'm happily married. But a woman asked me if
Who
I
was
want
that? Who was the woman?
a beautiful actress from Hollywood.
She reminds me a lot of Susan Sarandon, and I was like,
This is Susan's sister. She does. She has that vibe. I get that.
Yeah.
Kyle, can you look up? Once again, sorry, I don't have any information on this short of James Woods.
do we? If I turn Chat GPT on just like to listen to us, you think when we ask questions, it would just answer them for us?
Well, that'd be great. Maybe we could pay for it and write it off.
Maybe we could just have it do the show, and we could just.
Just have ChatGPT tell stories.
We need 2 voices that sound just like us.
ChatGPT.
Our ratings just go through the roof. Show's
They actually have
way
information.
better without you guys.
It's because they actually have information on everything. She played in. She starred in. First date, James Woods takes her. And if somebody was like, you want to go get some coffee? I'm like, sure. They take me to a party.
Yeah, a cop party?
Cop party full of people that I don't know. And she says several times, I just want to smoke some grass. First date, James Woods gets out of her that she was brutally assaulted and raped by guys in high school. She had a poets club, and the killer's sending poems to James Woods. So she was assaulted, and then he finds out through like breaking back into her house because she's like
He breaks into everywhere.
he breaks in everywhere.
Everywhere.
She's gonna.
This is a cop's wet dream. This movie.
Yes, it is.
From this time period.
It really
It's,
is.
We don't need
I don't
to.
need anything.
No, I don't need to follow any laws to solve crimes. I
Mm-hmm.
can do whatever I want, but they can't break the law at all, and it'll be fine. He's wearing a wire, for God's sake, in one part.
That's right, he
It
is.
breaks every law of imaginable.
He is. He's not a good cop.
Yeah.
Or is he? But yeah,
Dong dong.
he finds all this information out about her. She's like, they're gonna, night's heading towards.
They're gonna kill that poor woman.
and she's like, let me take a bath first, which is like, and as she's telling the story, it's really funny acting. Of like when she's like starts going into this stuff, and then she's like, "There's more,"
Right.
and he gives this look of like, "Oh Christ, I
just want to.
I gotta
sex.
hear more of this."
Yeah.
Like this is this woman's trauma.
Yeah.
And
All I want to do is pin your like,
yeah.
uh,
His reaction's so funny of
Yeah.
just being like kind of bothered, like, I guess I'll listen to this crap,
like she's
even though it's paramount to his investigation.
Yeah.
Like he wouldn't solve it if she didn't tell him this information.
right.
She goes into the bathroom to smoke some grass and take a bath, and he says, "Jesus Christ," which I really laughed. It's like that's awful, but it's really funny. And then what happens is he look at the yearbook
Yeah.
and rip out a page,
Yeah.
and then instantly,
Well, it's got Birdman and the sheriff.
that's
deputy
right.
on.
The deputy's in there, which we've met at a restaurant.
Yeah.
He's a cop.
And he
Sheriff.
puts it together. The two guys that raped her in high school are those two guys. and
Yes.
they know each other. And
Yep. And he rips out a page of the yearbook. I'm like, what do you? Just look at it. You see,
or go to the library. They have all
yeah,
of this.
yeah.
stuff.
You see the picture though. You don't need to rip it out.
in case I forget.
Because I'm an idiot. Not a drunk. No other vices. Just sex.
Yeah, it's cigarettes. Good
oh well.
Lord,
Oh
the
Jesus.
cigarettes.
Everybody.
I was dying for a cigarette.
Everybody
watching this. I
smokes in
haven't
this
smoked a
movie.
cigarette in 6 months.
I haven't smoked in I don't even know how many years. I haven't.
This movie and Pulp Fiction are just
Pulp Fiction.
wreckers of me
For
not
real
smoking.
though. Yeah. Cape Fear really makes me want to smoke a cigar. Let's go watch a movie and just smoke a cigar. in
Yeah,
the
I get a
theater.
craving for a cigar every once in a
Laugh.
while.
Give me a couple years. I might be smoking cigars. It's like I said, I don't ever really want to smoke a cigarette, but
I think I still have one or two from Oz's wedding.
oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure they're really good now.
we should blaze one up. See how you just be like, it's like disappears.
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs
scene.
Bunny style. One puff is gone. Like, oh, well, that was tasty. And then you fall over from inhaling all of that smoke at once. Feeling a little green. Anyway, cop. She's raped. He leaves. Cut to, he breaks back into her house and just goes through her diary and rips out all kind of stuff. Breaks in her trunk, which she then is going to sue the thing. Long story short, there's somebody sends her. He figures out somebody sends her flowers every year.
Yeah.
And it's on the day that one day after he kills a woman. And I really like the scene where James Woods has every every female homicide from the last
Unsolved,
15
yeah.
unsolved homicides from the last 15 years that have like certain criteria, and he literally just has a room full of pictures, and it's a good montage.
Yeah.
I enjoy any detective montage. Give me somebody putting strings on a board
Right,
of
yeah.
pictures. Give me somebody looking at like a world of pictures and thinking. And it's just a lot of that, just a lot of him smoking and being like, okay. And just like,
Nope, she's black. Nope,
Yeah.
she's Mexican. I don't know what she is, but no.
I was gonna
That
say,
was how he got through.
there's one.
It's like,
he's
hold on, man.
He's going through, he's going through nationalities and races of people. And he's like black, Hispanic, and he gets to one and he goes,
Whatever.
and she's not.
Yeah,
she's
she's
just a dark-haired woman.
Yeah, she's like Korean.
I don't know. I thought
Like half Korean, half American.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
I thought she was. I thought, Lord, I was like, she's kind of got olive skin with dark hair.
Yeah.
That's what I thought. But that's whatever.
But-
It had to be an ad-lib.
But this is
ad-lib
where he
from
finds
him.
out that they all the string that ties them all together is they all look innocent.
They all are innocent. That's the defining factor between these women. They have innocence.
I'm gonna smash this coffee
I
in the
was
first
gonna say
movie.
you're gonna be
There's nothing left.
bouncing off the table. So that's his like. Yeah, he finds out they're all innocent, and every time one of them gets killed in a brutal manner, he sends flowers to this the assaulted feminist. She owns a feminist bookstore. Of course, she's a feminist. At one point, he goes at her, "I thought you were a feminist. Don't you give a damn about all these innocent women being killed?" She does come back real fiery. It's weird.
Yeah.
The whole relationship's real weird between them.
It only makes sense that a guy like that would end up with a feminist.
Oh, of course. No other direction he could go. One of the many ladies he's banged. You can see why his wife leads him. They have like a little bit of an argument about the way he's raising their daughter, right? Justly, is that, that's not
Sure, we'll go with it.
justifiably so, yeah, because he's just talking to her about homicide. And that's where we get the she's gotta know, she can't believe in fairy tales. Denise, I don't know what her name is. She can't believe in fairy tales. She's gotta know it's bad out there. I see it every day. Every little girl out there that has a needle in her arm or is getting pimped on the street. I got a knife in her back. They were all innocent girls. They all believed in fairy tales. She's gotta know it's not a fairy tale out there. And her wife just keeps his wife keeps saying, "You're a very sick man.
So
You have problems."
as I was watching this, I was like, this dude is disturbed. He's a dirtbag piece of crap.
Yeah,
But I could see being a detective, seeing, especially in a big city like that,
sure.
seeing what you see, completely distorting your sense of reality. Well, that is your sense of reality. That is
That
your
is your
reality.
world. Yeah, it's the world you live in. Yeah, I
And
wouldn't.
so how do you?
I think it's a great theme of that's True Detective. That's I don't know if you ever watched True Detective, but that's Russ Cole. Like, why would I want to bring a child into this
Right.
world? Like, this world is rotten to the core. It'd just be evil of me to bring another person to suffer.
Right.
Why would I do that? And yeah, it's a good angle. Like,
Yeah.
and it plays it up. But of course, instead of like talking to his wife, that's why I said on the couch earlier, because she's like, "I would like to sleep alone," and I just like cracked me up, the old cliche of the guy that's got to sleep on the couch.
Yeah.
But what was you gonna say?
But also, like, instead of him trying to make it a better place, he's just as big a dirtbag as the rest of them. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I think
He's
that
awful.
might be where his angle comes in. He's like, look, I'm her dad, and I'm a piece of crap, and I'm a cop.
It
you
really
know,
might
like,
be.
Just think of how many people are worse than me out there. I'm trying to catch people
he
that
does-
are worse than me, and I'm garbage.
Yeah, you think he's self-aware though? I can't tell if he's
I think
self-aware.
he knows.
He probably has to know, right? That's why he kind
He
of
sleeps with like 4 different women in this movie, other than his wife.
and it's implied.
yeah, he
that,
knows.
but as soon as they have this fight, right? Instead of like smoothing over this fight, talking about it, he gets a phone call for a homicide.
yeah, he leaves.
And it's just like, I want it. I got to get out of here. Basically, it's like the perfect. And I thought, like, if you were a cop, it is the perfect excuse
Yeah.
to get out of a fight. And it's the perfect excuse to clear your brain
Yeah.
of what just happened.
Yep.
Because most when you're in a relationship, you get in a altercation of any sort. It could be something very simple, but you're like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. I
Yeah.
feel awful now.
You got to
like,
sit and stew on what,
yeah,
what they
and
said,
it's-
what you said.
Yeah. It would be the perfect, like, oh, well, someone's murdered. That trumps all this. See you later.
Yeah.
Like, my brain's all on murder now.
Yeah.
I was like, I understand how
Then
that
he
would
said,
work.
even when he gets in the car,
He's
and
excited.
Dutch is like, so, how are things at home?
yeah.
Like, why are you calling me at 3
Why
o'clock
are
in
you
the
calling me
morning?
at 3 in the morning? Because he's excited about a stakeout.
Yeah. And then he takes the girl home after they kill her
That's right.
boyfriend and had sex with her.
I forgot. That's the most ridiculous part. They have a stakeout. This guy shows up, doesn't do anything.
Not
Short
well,
of, he might run. I think might be his crime, right?
yeah, he hit Dutch with the door and he was
Oh,
trying
that's
to
right.
take
He
off.
hit,
But
and James Woods just shoots him dead. The girlfriend is in the car, and he says, "Everything's fine now. It's all right. It's all over." You don't know her relationship to him.
go wait in the car. I'll take you home.
Yeah.
Then he goes, tells Dutch. He's like, you can clean this up, right? Do
Clean
the
it,
details.
yes. He calls Dutch in the middle of the night. Says, "Hey, let's go on an old-fashioned stakeout." He's so jacked. He's so excited about it. We're gonna stake out just like old times. Me and you, bad food, cigarettes, car. Let's do this stakeout. They start the stakeout. Instantly, the guy shows up. They shoot him.
In a Z28.
Z28. That's
Camaro.
right. They play a.
So you know he's a dirtbag.
I like that they play a game that they've obviously played a lot, which is the you be the drunk guy, and they like
Yeah.
have this whole like, and it's all played out like it's well. It's like two actors
As he's carrying a shotgun.
as he carries a shotgun. I like that shotguns are used a lot in this movie. You
Yeah.
don't see shotguns like this anymore. The guy hits the truck. They kill him. Yeah, he takes the girl home. Dutch, you clean this up. I'm gonna take this lady home. Dutch. I would be so mad if I was
Oh my
Dutch.
God.
Like, you pulled me out of bed. Obviously, he's an old man.
You pulled me out of my family home where
Yeah.
I'm happily married with my
I
family.
was gonna say he's
Sound
Dutch is
asleep
happy.
with my wife. You want me to come out here so you can shoot a guy,
Shoot
take
a
his
guy,
girlfriend home,
take
and
his
have sex
girlfriend
with
home
her.
and have sex with her, and then leave me to clean it up and file a police report about it. You know, Dutch is up till like 8 in the morning, and
Oh,
then
for
his
sure.
shift probably begins, and he's just like, the next time you see him, you wouldn't be like,
Woods bounces in. Hey, how's it going?
"Hey,
You know?
how's it going?" Stinking like, you know what? It's like, it would not be like, "Hey, your Uncle Dutchie's, let me give you a piece of advice." He'd be like, "You son of a bitch."
Your Uncle Dutch is going to give you a piece of advice. You ever do that again?
He'd be like, you know what he'd be like? He'd be like, "Let me tell you something, you son of a bitch. I'm going to kick your ass so hard, there'll be pieces of it floating in the rivers. Hey, I'm the repo man, and your car's payments are past due." Sorry, that's the next
Next movie.
movie. A little hint for you there. That's, you know, that's what we should start doing every episode if we know the next movie.
Yeah.
It's just drop a hint. Don't
Yeah.
actually give too much. Anyway, Cop.
That's for Chef. Chef got to figure that out.
Gotta figure that one out, Chef.
Our listener.
Yeah, one listener. Chef's not alone. We got a gang of folks out there listening. Anyway, Cop, he keeps breaking the rule, breaking the law.
We should start doing like and subscribe,
Yeah, that'll help.
comment
Oh boy,
on the YouTube
I
channel.
don't know if we want to invite comments. we might.
We
get-
just tell them to comment when we got comments turned off.
yeah, play. Let us know what you think of it. What was I gonna say?
Have Chat GPT make a bunch of comments and likes.
Oh, that's what we should do. Elon style.
yeah. Get a bunch of bots to give us a
Get
bunch
them
of likes.
bots out there, baby.
You can tell we don't do bots.
I don't do bots so much.
Not till they get better.
Cool thing, James Woods. So they basically spill the beans. The feminists got to come in and pinpoint everybody in the yearbook that she knows. This is Dutch's idea. Dutch solves the case, basically. Who do you know in here? How did you know them? Is this the person that raped you? Is this the person that might be the killer, etc.? She goes through all these people. There's a guy. He's
Third
a
guy.
poet laureate, just like Law and Order. Third guy is always the one. I think,
Dun, dun.
it's actually the second guy. It's always the one. She pinpoints these guys. Somehow, James Woods follows her secretly. She gets to a payphone and calls this guy. And she's like, "You may not remember me." And he's like, "I remember you well." It's obvious. Obviously, he's
Right.
the killer. He's the poet laureate. He's blah, blah.
It's a crazy cop that's going to come by and,
Yeah, she's like,
and
"There's
kill
this-
you.
There's this crazy cop. He thinks you did something." And he's like, what's his name?" James Woods shows up out of nowhere. Like, "You know my name, now tell me yours." Like, you already know his name,
Right.
you idiot. You just saw it in the yearbook.
What kind
Why?
of detective are you?
Yeah, what
I mean,
kind of detective are
That's
you?
why he ripped out the page.
That's
from
why I
the
ripped
book,
that.
because his memory is
I
crap.
can't remember anything. All I can remember is how to bang all these innocent women.
He remembers how to have sex and smoke cigarettes. Other than that,
I remember where to buy these smokes. How much you think they cost back then?
what's my wife's name? Doesn't matter. She's not there
I
anymore.
had a child. She loved my stories. They're in San Fran now. They'll call me when they're settled. great dear John letter. She leaves him.
I'm not even going to tell you where I'm at.
Yeah, it was that bad. Yeah, maybe when we're settled in, I'll let you know where we are. Possibly. He doesn't give a crap.
Yeah. He's
Anyway,
awesome.
he's like, "Who are you? Where are you?" Blah blah blah. And then the killer says,
How about a reunion?
"How about a reunion?
Yeah.
Meet me at Whittington High, or wherever it was that went to school." And 1 hour, and then
Behind the bus.
behind the bus, 3 p.m. He
We should do that
3:50.
movie, 3 o'clock high.
Oh yeah, with Charlie. Is that right?
No.
That's Fight Day. No, that's the big fight.
It's the big bully.
3 o'clock high. Oh, it's an old movie.
Yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, from, like, the 80s.
Yeah, it's ringing a bell now. I was thinking of the fight where Charlie's got to fight Ice Cube. he's Charlie.
Same concept.
He's Charlie. He
That-
should just really be Charlie in
Yeah.
all movies.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, why change it?
Huff and paint. And
Why just keep the character same? There hasn't been a person like that since the '60s. It was just like, this is a character I came up with. Every time you
Yeah.
see me, I'm going to be this character.
Cheech and Chong, basically.
Cheech and
Yeah,
Chong.
every
there's a-
movie, no matter what.
Oh crap! My dad would be so upset. What's the old cowboy actor? He's always Gabby Hayes. Gabby Hayes is he's talking like this. He's always drunk and scared.
Yeah. Yeah.
like one of those few cowboy actors that were always the same character. That'd be great. Charlie should just put it in his contract. If you want me, I'm Charlie.
Yeah.
I'm Charlie.
Yeah.
Now
You want
do
me to be a
Charlie
teacher?
things.
That's fine. Charlie can be a teacher.
Charlie could be a teacher.
Kid, you know how to huff paint?
He shows up at the same.
Do you have a certificate that says you're not donkey brain? When you get done with this class, you will.
What time is it here? Oh man,
We're doing all right.
We
We're
got
doing all right.
So much time. He's like, let's have a showdown.
That's what happens when we don't take notes and I'll interrupt every 3 seconds.
Yep, and then he can't. That's not enough. He's got to yell at the feminist lady. Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
And then he's instantly like, it's all right. Don't worry
Yeah,
about
it's all right. It's fine. Don't worry about it. She just got her and Dutch just solved the case for you.
Right.
All you've been doing is sleeping with ladies and smoking cigarettes. Like they figured it out for you. Why are you yelling at her?
it. Right.
This is already clearly a traumatic experience for her. Nonetheless. Oh yeah, did we miss the part where does James Woods, does he kill one of the rapists or he beat him up? I don't remember now.
Oh, the
Like one of the women,
cop.
the cop that assaulted her. Yeah, what happens there? I don't quite remember.
Well, he falls asleep finally. The first time in the whole movie he sleeps because he broke into the guy's house again. Sits in a corner, falls asleep. The guy comes home from work. They get into it.
That's right.
Yeah. But he'd taken all the guns out, put blanks in or something. Or all the bullets out of his gun to play that Russian
yeah.
roulette kind of game.
Yeah, that's right.
Then he puts real bullets back in or something. I don't know. But yeah, he questions him at gunpoint while he's wearing a wire.
That's right. That's where the wire comes in. I couldn't remember that. Yeah, because he's like, you did it, didn't you? There's a lot of that in this movie.
Sure. Yeah. Gun to my head.
Yeah, this is
Yeah, whatever you want me to admit, I'll admit. No coercion here. It's a big word for me
I couldn't remember.
to use properly.
It was. I wasn't sure if it was used properly or not, but
Me either, but I think
I
it
wasn't
was.
one to call it out because I didn't know. I never learned.
ChatGPT, did I use that correctly?
Kyle?
Oh,
No. Where are you off to today, Kyle? Letting ChatGPT run your life. Telling you what you can and can't do.
he could at least set up a laptop with ChatGPT running for us to be Kyle.
Now that would be great. I bet he actually could do that of some sorts. Make it just have one.
We'll just have a picture of Kyle's face above the computer so we can still talk to him like
Have
it's
it
Kyle.
right- just have it right here. Picture of Kyle smiling great big.
That one guy never moves.
The answer is Lawrence Turney. What?
We definitely need some type of information help, though.
It would be great to know who these actors are. Just Uncle Dutch himself.
Yeah.
Like that guy's been in a billion movies, but I can't tell you who he is or what his name is. Once again, maybe the no note taking idea was not a good idea. I've been busy.
You were always the informative one.
Well, things change, as Bobby Dylan once said. I haven't watched the Dylan movie. You think a guy that had 3 years of a Dylan show and is a bit of a Dylan expert would have watched the movie? I feel like I've seen it already, though. You know what I mean?
That's not right.
Timothy Chalamet or not, I'm such a Dylan expert. I'm kind of
Jay
like,
Carnes?
Jay Carnes? Can't be. His name's got to be like Ed Lar.
Oh, hold on.
Or, what do you got? Neil Bradley. Something along those lines. I can't reach my thing, or I'd just look it up there.
That's not right. That's the Shield. Jiminy Christmas.
Walton Goggins was in this movie. Dang, he's been around longer than I thought. I do wish you could watch the old Righteous Gemstones. I think you would get such a kick out of the Righteous Gemstones. Walton Goggins, Danny McBride, all of them. The lady, Judy. Shit, I forgot her name. Edie Patterson.
Edie Brickell.
Edie. It's such a good satire of evangelicals and religious groups in general.
Charles Durning?
Charles Durning, that's who it is. What has Charles Durning been in? He's been in 1,000 things. He's the dude, you see him, you're like, I've seen this guy in a million shows, movies, commercials. Like, I feel like he's sold you.
Leslie Ann Warren.
Leslie Ann Warren, sounds about right. That's the feminist, I believe.
Yeah. Charles Hayde.
Them I don't know. I bet that's the boss. Maybe.
Some guy named Jimmy Woods or James Woods. I don't know. I don't know what part he played, but
Jimmy? Jimmy? Really? That's your real name?
he looks like a freaking Jimmy.
He is a Jimmy.
Yeah.
What's his name in Casino, I wonder? Is it Jimmy? Or is it Phil? He plays such a great sleazebag in Casino. You know what Scorsese had to cast him because of what a sleazebag
everyone
was.
else like had to probably get direction. They're like, Woods, be yourself.
Really, though?
Yeah, just be your
He's
scumbag
just
self.
a pimp. Like, he's so needy and just controlling and manipulative and awful.
Yeah, I guarantee that's just him.
Yeah, I wish we could get. I want information. I want some like stories behind the scenes.
We want information.
I want Scorsese. Like, I want to know like
Who are you?
how he was to work with. I want to know if he was a prick on set. Hey, WDBX. I censored myself just for you. How you doing out there, Carbondale?
Bunch of
You
great people.
You cuck son of a guns. No, I just played there the other night. Had some fun. Always forget to mention I have a show. When I'm playing there, it seems like something I should probably.
Now, when you play there live in person, do you say, "How you doing, you bunch of cucks"?
No.
Yeah.
I did call out a lady though, Friday night. Now I didn't call her out in front of her because I didn't want to embarrass her, but she was young. So what happened was, somebody nice asked us if we wanted some drinks, and I of course was like, nope, because I always have my water, my coffee, my whiskey. I don't need anything from anybody.
Sure.
It's right there. Shark was like, you know what? Yeah, I'll take some water. I was like, you drink water? Sure,
Right.
I thought it was I thought it was 23 chemicals of Dr. Pepper only went in your system. She somebody they bring a water.
Or
They
the
put-
power drink.
Yeah, it's power and the power drink. They put the core power.
That's his food, I guess.
That's
not
his,
his.
yeah.
not
He
his
just
drink.
doesn't consider that a drink. They put this water on this table. Long story short, waitress comes out like while we are singing a very fast involved song. Like I'm playing and singing, like quickly. And the waitress comes up, server, to Jeff's water and looks at me and starts like asking me, "Is this yours?" While I'm like, "Hey, pretty baby, won't you come on home? I gotta get them there and diddle dome." I wouldn't say that, but whatever. That's about the speed at which I'm singing and playing like and she trying to have a conversation with
You
me.
should have just stopped the song.
I really thought about it. She's literally like, "Is this yours? Do you want me to take this for you?" Like, I'm like, I just made a face at her, like, shook my head, like, "What do you want me to do here?
Right.
What is, like, really? What is the best case scenario here for me?
Right.
Do you want me to stop singing and be like, that's my guitar player's water. Please don't take it. Do you want a head shake?
We do occasionally get thirsty up here, yes. So if you would leave it, that would be fine. Anything
as we
else?
played, and so she walked away. Song ended. She went back inside, and then I had to say, like, because people saw it, and people were like, like kind of smirking about it. Could clearly see my like,
It's her first live band.
what the hell is this lady's problem?
Normally she just asks the jukebox, and the jukebox
Has no problem with it. So she goes back inside, and I'm like,
that would have been a good time for ChatGPT.
it would have been great.
GPT.
And,
Is it? What the hell is it?
It's what you. It's Continental now. Chat Continental, I think it's
Yeah.
called. Local joke. But yeah, I'm like, I don't remember what I said, but it was something like, a little tip. Don't try to talk to a musician while he's in the middle of singing and playing. Kind of impossible for me to respond to you. Short if you want, like, I could kick you.
Yeah, she probably went back there and was like, that guy's a jerk. He wouldn't even answer my
Answer
question.
my question. Just kept playing
I
songs.
just asked if he wanted to take the water.
Figure it out, broad. She was like 19, so I was like, I'm not gonna call her out in front of her. I'm gonna wait till she leaves. I was that nice at least. Cop showdown. He's like, let's meet at the
Gonna be a showdown.
showdown. Haven't heard that in a long time. Who is that? It's one of those weird bands you don't quite hear that often.
Like Earth, Wind, and Fire.
That's right. REO Speedway. Hey, David Lee Roth's going to be at the State Fair. You got to go see him or what? No?
No.
Shark was like,
The only good thing about David Lee Roth to me was when he was with Van Halen. And I don't really even like Van Halen, but that was probably the best thing about him. And now he's not with Van Halen, and there's like I have no interest in seeing him.
I don't know any of the songs he made short of Gigolo outside of Van Halen, but I know there's some great videos. Like, like the songs are awful, but if you just want to see like the height of 80s rock hilarity,
Yeah.
watch him. The one where he's got the like jungle native face paint on, you know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
Where he says, "Give me a bottle of anything and a glazed donut to go." That's supposed to be cool.
You know, to hear Sammy Hagar talk about him.
What's Sammy say?
Sammy's just like, he's like, I like Dave. It's fine. Dave's fine. He's just, there's something about him that's so fake, which I agree with
Absolutely.
100%.
Yeah.
Like deep down inside, David Lee Roth has,
Like all those jokes he says are all rehearsed.
Yeah.
They're all things he says every time at a certain point.
sure.
Reminds me of somebody. Never mind. That's not how you think of it. Somebody. Yeah, I won't get into that on air. Not that they'll listen, but yeah, I get that. Yeah, he's a big phony. Like it's all stage basically. Where Sammy's the opposite. Sammy, I think, is the same guy on stage. That you
100%
backstage.
Like him
I don't,
or not.
I don't love Sam Hagar. Or I don't love Van Hagar or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't love any Van Halen though, honestly.
Sure.
Obviously, fucking Eddie's great. But
Yeah.
I always say that
It's
it's great.
It's soulless to me.
It is soulless.
His playing is soulless. It's
gr-
all show.
It's great guitar playing, but it doesn't make the song. The songs suck.
Yeah.
Like I always say, like I don't care how good of a guitar player you are, if you can't know how to put a song together, then it doesn't matter. Like, they're basically all just vehicles for him to showboat his guitar playing.
Sure.
And then you have David Lee Roth who can't accept that, so he's got to go over the top,
Sure.
to make himself relevant in the song, and at that point the song's just trash.
It's one showboat going against another showboat in every song
It
of
is
Van Halen.
complete trash. Van Halen, he would have been better to been a Leo Kottke-esque, a guitar player, and literally just make instrumental music. Be a turn into Steve Vai, turn into whatever. He would have been well suited for that. Just make music with your guitar. That's great. Sure. Stop trying to make rock songs.
And don't get me wrong, there are a few Van Halen songs that I dig. I dig.
Running with the Devil. There's some good tunes in there.
But
Running with the
know,
Devil's
overall,
one of the simplest songs they ever
there
wrote.
are people I know that think Van Halen is the greatest band that ever, they smoke Led Zeppelin, and I'm just like, no. Van Halen was as shallow gets as far as
technically he beats Jimmy Page's sloppy ass all to hell when it comes to guitar. But I'd rather listen to Jimmy Page any day of the week because, like you said, it might not be technically clean and perfect, but it's got so much heart and soul. And like the song, when you're making a song, I always say the song has to be the most important thing. All your egos, any of your ideas have to service the song. If they don't service the song, then why are you doing it?
Sure.
And
Stevie Ray Vaughan, dude, is the Eddie Van Halen of blues. I love Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Well, Stevie Ray Vaughan didn't mess with the formula.
Sure.
He's like, I know what a blues song is, and I'm not going to mess with it.
Yeah.
It's right here. It's in.
I may overdo it. I may play it a little too fast for.
Hey-o. Hey-o. You know what that means, Carbondale. Time to shut those weary eyes, Carbondale. I hear the boppers have made it all the way to the end of the strip. They're over by Harbo's getting ready to have a nice breakfast.
On their way to Arnold's Market. Little do they know. Arnold's Market is no longer there.
It's no longer there. I hear that the swingers are taking over that territory. Look out, boppers.
Good night, Carbondale.
Good night, Carbondale.
WDBX.
WDBX.
Tune in.
Yep. What was I talking about?
Stevie Ray Vaughan.
Oh, Stevie Ray Vaughan didn't mess with the formula. He was like, I know what a blues song is. Guitar terms. He was like, it's the 1, the 4, and the 5. Don't mess with that.
Play the scale.
Play it, and then, well, not the scale. Play the formula. Play the structure. And I'm one of the greatest guitar players to ever live, so I can just stretch my muscles inside of that. I don't need anything fancy. I don't need to reinvent the wheel.
All I need is guitar strings that are like barbed wire fence.
Yeah. I've switched to 12s. I think he played 13s, and I'm playing 12s now for slide. And man, it is hard.
Yeah.
The G string is like literally like a electric fence wire.
Yeah.
Which is great for me because I break G strings
Which is
all day.
weird because you would think that would rub.
It would hurt like heck.
Like in a G
when it
string
got up
being
in the
that tough.
butthole. When that electric fence wire got up in your butt, man. No fun for anybody. And for me, I don't like my balls. My G-string love. Are there any guys out there that, I know there are. Any guys that we know that are like into G-strings? Before I even finished asking the fucking question, we're off radio now. Before I even finished the fucking question, I was like, oh, I bet Chef's got a fucking G-string. We should have brought
Chef's
up.
like, I could get you a G-string. I can get you a G-string by 3 o'clock.
With stains.
With electricity.
With the barbed wire. With the electric fence wire. We shouldn't have brought it up. He's going to send us a picture.
Oh, yeah. That's what we'll get for Frishmas.
It's gonna be it's gonna be a G-string made out of a wire. The little basket for your balls.
With his picture on the front.
Oh no, don't give him any ideas.
That's what it's trying to do.
He's gonna be
It's what I want.
He's gonna be closer to us. He might be able to drive down here every other Sunday. He'll be on the show. Just don't get me so drunk that I can't actually air any of them.
Yeah. None of those episodes aired, did they?
The first one did.
Did it?
Yeah, I think the first one did. The second one never aired.
It was
I thought about
Nosferatu.
Yes, Nosferatu did. Yeah. I don't even remember what the second one was. Oh, it was the Steven Seagal.
Yeah, dude.
Flight movie.
And I was stoked.
You were so happy about it.
I would
or
love
maybe
that.
it was Chuck Norris. I don't remember what it was.
I don't know, but I loved the movie, and it was.
You were so excited about it.
I was
and I was already well beyond wasted by like 20 minutes in. I have no clue what happened.
There's 40 minutes of you hurling in the background.
Excuse me, I gotta step outside for a minute. Showdown at the high school between the serial killer James Woods. It goes on way too long. I just kept looking up and being like,
why is the dude dressed so weird too? It's like his clothes are like 4 sizes too big for him.
It's very strange.
And he's like got these ninja movements. Like he's it was such a weird scene.
It was really weird.
I started laughing whenever he like ran in with an Uzi of all freaking things, because it's an '80s movie. You can't have an '80s movie without somebody having a freaking Uzi.
Usually a bad guy. I did like that Woods rolled in with a shotgun.
Yeah.
I was like, nice. It looks good.
Turned out to be a mistake.
That's true.
Or at least the bird shot.
Long story short, the end of it, he gets him, pinned down. Does he even do like a "you and I aren't that different" speech of some sort? The killer?
No.
Or is it just he says like, "You're a cop.
You're a cop. You got to take me in.
You got to take me in."
I got good news and bad news.
I got good news and bad news. Yeah, I'm a cop. I'd have to take you in, but I've been suspended and I don't give a fuck. And then he just
blows him away.
Black.
Black. Yeah.
Instant black. And I was like, is that the end? Oh, God, I hope that's the end. Yeah. And then here came the credits. It's like, yes! Yeah. I was so excited. I was like, the end made it worth the watch.
Yeah, because any other 80s movie, it would have went to black and then came back with some award ceremony where they were putting him in front of the press like he was this savior cop and blah, blah, blah. And there would have been this whole, this black.
Nope, just black, he's done, basically.
His wife would have been there, his kid.
Because we forgot to mention, he killed the one cop. I forgot now. He killed him because he was he called up Dutch. He was like, "Hey, you might want to get over here, Dutch. He just fucking killed this guy." I said, "Hey, oh yeah, by the way, he's a cop. I'm gonna get out of here." Yeah. All right, buddy.
I guess there weren't too many court cases where he was involved because everybody's dead.
Yeah, everybody's dead. He's just Fraser's dad. It's not Fraser's dad. Just yells at him. At the end of the day, this movie is not at all what I thought it was going to be.
Right.
At all. I don't know what I didn't actually.
Now, the cop movie I found that I sent you. That.
Oh, yes. I
Cop Killer. And then the other was.
I was in the car, so I was very I'm going to put this on, but I better, you know what I mean. I couldn't really pay that much attention to it. I was coming home from a GIG. Does it tie the room together? We always ask ourselves at the end of this podcast.
I mean, not in the normal way.
Not in the normal way, but I actually enjoyed it. I thought it was a well plotted out movie. Mm-hmm. I thought the script wasn't bad. James Woods, unfortunately, is highly watchable.
Sure.
The lady's good. Uncle Dutch is good.
Uncle Buck was great.
Uncle Buck's great. I love that scene where he's
got the pancakes and
where he says, "Go have a rat and all that thing off your face." Here's a quarter. Is that what he said?
Every time he pulled up to a crime scene, his car backfired and embarrassed Woods.
Jesus Christ!
You know who would have been great?
Who would have been great?
You know who would have been great as Dutch?
I have an idea.
Uh-oh.
Hey, man,
why you calling me at 3 o'clock in the morning? Man, me and my wife was sleeping. Man,
Don't even ask, man. You dog, you taking her home? Why don't you get with a real man?
Uh-oh, you killed a cow. Oh, man, I'll be right there. Smooth it over.
What have you done this time? Uh-oh.
I took the captain's test. I passed. Man, you didn't even say congratulations, man. You didn't even congratulate.
That just struck me so funny. Hey, I took the captain's test.
Hey, man, I'm Captain T now, man.
Captain T. Jesus Christ, I want to make something with Mr. T so bad. Any of our ideas would be great. I took the captain's test. You got to call me Captain now.
I pity the fool.
Captain T, sucker. I pity the fool that don't call me captain. I earn these stripes. Keep saying these.
Can't see them because all the gold, but they're there.
These colors don't run. 'Cause I'm old. I can't run no more. I hope I don't get shot in the line of duty. They had a silent auction. I didn't hear a thing.
With a wire up my booty.
My lady like
Damn you, chef.
My lady like to show off my booty. She got me these goddamn wire underwear. Hurt my butthole.
Literally a G-string. off a guitar, man.
I'm from Chicago. You know how much meat I eat? Can't put no wire up no meat-eating ass.
Messing with my gout.
I got them dark brown stains like them big ladies have. Can't have no wire back there cover up that. I ever tell you how I got my chains?
Oh, God. Listen.
Yeah.
Listen.
Before it gets too far. Yeah, I thought it tied the room together.
We never take it too far.
In a way that I did not expect it to tie together at all. I was like I said, it's not a movie that we normally watch.
No,
so I was
never.
just like, I'm glad I watched it. It was kind of a fun movie. It had some fun concepts.
Yeah. I found myself enjoying the movie, which
executed pretty well. Yeah, I did too. I just found myself watching it, and I really miss this genre of film.
Yeah,
just the 80s, 90s cop thriller.
Yeah, where the cop can break all the laws.
Where the cop can just do whatever they want,
yeah.
And it's pretty much reality now. So
ends justify the means and blah blah blah.
ACAB. All right, we will see you next time.
The way cops ought to be.
That's right. Back when America was great. Yeah. All right. Just like James Wood said, trans people are ruining sports. All right, we'll see you next time.
Only women.
Only women.